So guys, this video is so much interesting and you are gonna learn something especially new, I think. So let's begin. So we know that we just want to create a vulnerable machines like the one in VulnHub, VulnHub, or you will see missions in TryHackMe. So you just practice with those missions, right? So how you can create those missions is what this video is gonna about. So let's create a missions like the one that you see in OneLab or TryHackMe or any other platforms, and let's make a CD of like room or something like that. So first thing that you want is an operating system for that. Here I'm choosing an Ubuntu operating system. You can choose any operating system. So here I'm just want to choose Ubuntu operating system, so that I'm just entering download Ubuntu. After that, I can see download Ubuntu desktop page, and I can see something like this. So after that, I will see something called 24.04.2 LTS. So just download a Ubuntu version. So I just already downloaded it, so I'm not gonna repeat in this video. So you have to download a version. So if you are so beginner, then you have to download Ubuntu. So it's good. So make sure don't skip any part of my video. Make sure you watch all kinds of parts without skipping. So this video is going to be interesting, and if you skip a part, then you will miss something important. So you have to download an operating system. So I recommend you to download Ubuntu operating system. Okay, this is basically the ISO file. So I just already downloaded it. So you have to download it. After that, you just need to open your virtual machine. Here I'm using virtual machine. So I already added it, but I will show you how you can add this too. So for that, you can just click new and you can just enter the name. So I'm just entering Ubuntu 2 and the directory where you want to install this and the ISO image. You just have to select the ISO image from the downloaded folder. So here I'm just selecting it. After that, you have to click this skip unattended installation option, and you can just increase the RAM if you have. So I'm just putting it into 4 GB and assigning 5 processor. You can just assign up to based on your availability. So just click finish. After that, you can just click start. Oh my God, I just forgot. So go to settings and go to network and put it into budget and click OK. That's it. Okay. So it's just starting, as you can see, powering VM app. So yeah, this is it. So as you can see, try or install Ubuntu, just click enter, press enter in your keyboard. As you can see, it's loading. So yeah, let it load. So I'm not gonna skip any part of this video because this might be interesting for most of the people. So, and this might be useful for most of them. As you can see, it's loading. The first part is to download an operating system, and the second part is to make that operating system vulnerable. We can just open the ports that you wanted. So here in this demonstration, I just want to open the port 80 HTTP and 21 FTP and 22 SSH. So as you can see, it's preparing Ubuntu. I know that you will be able to install this Ubuntu by yourself. Did I need to repeat it? So yeah, you just need to load Ubuntu in your virtual machine like what I did. And after you have to wait some couple of time and it's preparing Ubuntu. I think you just need to select your language and all those things, as you can see, and just click next, 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 all by default. Okay, just click next, next, next. That's it. So as you can see, it's loading some or like yeah, and you can just put a computer name if you want, and you have to put a password. So you can just click next and click next and click install. So if you click install, then it will take some amount of time. So after completion of install, watch my video. Okay, so I just already installed it. So after completion of this install, what you want to do is to take a snapshot, which you can take by clicking uh, in this option in the devices. I think it will be available. Yeah, it will be available in the mission. You can take a snapshot after completion of install. It's recommended, it's optional, and it's recommendable. So that's it. So you can pause this video and let your install complete. After complete, watch the video. Okay. I'm just closing this because I already installed it. So I'm just powering off this machine. I'm just deleting this machine because I already have it. Delete all files. So this is my Ubuntu machine. So I'm just starting my Ubuntu. So you also have to start your Kali Linux. So I am just starting my Kali. And you just need to open a terminal in your Kali Linux. And you can search for sudo arp-scan -l to find the IP address of the device that is connected to in our virtual machine. So let me open this Ubuntu. Make sure don't skip any part of the video. If you miss something important, then it may cause this is not going to work on you. Okay. So let it load. You can assign any amount of RAM based on your availability and the processor. I recommend at least put it in at least 4 GB of is recommended by me. And let it load. Yeah, it's in. I just need to click here and enter the password, and that's it. So it's done. So sometimes in your mission it's not like full screen, like it will be like this or something like that. In your computer it is not in the full screen window. If you want to make your Ubuntu as full screen like this, then you can just click in the devices option, and you just have to click insert guest edition CD image. So after that you will get an option like this. So you can just double click here, and you can just see an option like this. You can just right click and open a terminal here and ls, and you can just see an option called this. You just need to execute this by entering sudo dot slash and this one. And before executing, after executing, you will find an error to install bzip3 or something like that. So if you face an error, then you have to install that particular bzip3, I think. So you can install it by entering sudo apt install bzip3. So what is the error causing item? So here I just installed already. So yeah, you have to execute this. So if you execute this, then your window will be full screen. If you want full screen, then you can just add the custodians and just execute this. And if you face an error, then you can install that particular thing that is causing error, like the bzip3 tar or something like that shown in your computer. When you execute this, you have to install that particular thing by entering the command sudo apt install and the bzip or something like that, the tool. Okay, after that you can execute this command, and you will just double click here and double click here, and then your Ubuntu will be in the full screen. So it's an optional thing. If you want, then you can make it as full screen. If you don't want, then you don't have to make it in the full screen. So here I am just opening a terminal in my Ubuntu. So this is my mission, and I just want this Ubuntu mission to make a vulnerable mission. So I just want to find my IP address. So I'm entering the command ifconfig. In sometimes those commands will not work on Ubuntu. So you can enter command like ipAddr. So it will give you the IP address, and as you can see, this is inet. So this is my IP address, which is 192.168.2.9 and 235. So this is my IP address of my Ubuntu machine. So let's open our Kali Linux, and you can just execute this again. And this is the 235. As I mentioned in my previous videos, the MAC address starting with 08 will be the IP address in a machine in our VirtualBox. So we got the IP address. We can just perform some basic nmap scan like nmap and the target IP address, and as you can see, all 1000 scanned ports or not shown 1000 closed TCP ports, something like this. We don't find any kind of open ports. So in this demonstration, I'm just going to open the port 80, which is HTTP, port 21, which is FTP, and port 22, which is SSH. This is my aim in this video, and I'm going to make this Ubuntu mission vulnerable for practicing CTF. So after that, you can make that Ubuntu mission vulnerable. Then you can extract that Ubuntu mission, and you can just send it to your friends for performing CTF. So don't worry, you're going to learn something cool in this video. So yeah. So for that, we just need to open the Ubuntu, and yeah, let me clear this. And we just want to open the port 80, which is HTTP. So in Ubuntu, we just have to enter the first command, which is sudo apt update and your password. So don't skip this video. These are the most important parts. These parts are highly important. Okay. After entering the command sudo apt update, the second command that you need to enter to open port 80 is sudo apt install apache 2. So this is the command sudo apt install apache 2, and you can just press Y, and it will take a little time. That's it. And it's done, right? So you just installed the Apache 2. You just first updated your system, and you can enter commands like sudo system ctl start apache 2 apache. Okay, make sure the spellings, so don't make the spelling mistake, don't make any spelling mistakes. So sudo systemctl start apache 2. So you got an error, so like this one, this unit source configuration. So you just faced an error. So if you are facing errors like this, then you have to configure, you have to use some other commands like I just want to enter sudo ufw to make this port available in the make this port open in the firewall. So you can just enter sudo ufw allow http, and you can see its rules updated. After that, you can enter sudo systemctl start apache 2, and still facing an error like warning, the unit source configuration file or drop-in apache server change on run systemctl daemon read load to reload units. So you can just enter this command, and you just have to enter your password. Yeah, that's it. So sudo systemctl as start apache 2. Yeah, when I enter it, it started. I'm just clearing the terminal, and the next command is sudo systemctl enable apache 2. After starting apache 2, then you have to enter enable apache 2, and that's it. It's done. What? Yes, it's done. So you can just move to your Kali Linux, and you can just execute the same nmap scan, and you can see port 80 is now open. If you face any kind of issue, then you have to execute this command that I mentioned before, like sudo ufw to make this port open in firewall allow http. So if you face any issues in opening FTP or SSH, then you have to enter sudo ufw allow SSH or FTP, the service that you need to open. So this is basically ending to open this port by changing the rules in firewall. Okay. So yeah, by entering those comments, you just able to open the port 80. So you can just open Kali Linux, and we can just browse this IP address in the browser. So if port 80 is open, then you can just browse the IP address and you will see the web. So here you can see the default Apache 2 default page. So I just don't want to see this page. So I just want to change this page. So what should I do? So for that, I just created a new page for that. So you can use tools like PentestGPT to create your own HTML page if you don't know how to code. It's cool. This tool is so cool. You can just try this PentestGPT AI to create a web page that you like. So I created a web page that I liked. So I just want to remove this Apache 2 and add that particular page. For that, I'm just opening the terminal and then the ls command, and this is my index.html which is available in my Kali Linux. So you can just create an index.html or a file, like you can just give prompt like, so create an HTML web page, and you can just enter some prompts in PentestGPT or some other AI, and they will provide you the HTML comments, and you can just copy and save those HTML comments in a text file. So yeah, you can also just enter comments like basic HTML comments like HTML. You can enter body, and you can just enter h1, and you can just enter hat or something like that. So yeah, if you don't want to use any of the AI tools, then you can just use this command. This is a basic simple HTML command that you can use. So if you don't want to use AI, so then you can use this command. Save this as index.html, and that's it. Here I'm using custom index.html that I created using AI. So you can also use AI to create index.html or HTML files. Okay, so here I just want to transfer my index.html in my Kali Linux to the Ubuntu. So I'm just entering Python 3 minus some http.server, and I just want to know my Kali Linux IP address. So I'm entering ifconfig, and I got my IP address, and the port is 8000. So I just want to 29.200. So I'm just opening my Ubuntu and opening the browser, which is Firefox, and searching for http colon slash slash 192.168.29.200. Oh my god. So I'm just getting error. So 192, yeah, it's saying, so let me visit this. Oh yeah, it's in port 8000, right? As you can see, it's in port 8000. That's error. So let me enter colon port 8000. Let me change this HTTPS to HTTP, and that's it. This is what I need to download, the index.html. Oh my god, I just faced an issue. So I just want to download this index.html. So yeah, it's not downloading it. I don't understand. It's just like this. So let me use the wget command to download this. So in the Ubuntu, what you need to do is go to the var www html page. In this page, you can see an index.html, which is basically the one that you see when you visit your IP, Ubuntu IP in your Kali Linux, which is the Apache page. So in the var www.html directory, the index.html is the Apache page. Okay, so you just need to remove this index.html. Like you can just change the name of the index.html, or you can just remove like this sudo rm minus rf and index.html. You need to put sudo to remove this. You can use the command wget, and this the copied item, like you copied the URL in the Firefox, right? So yeah, I'm just pasting this, and I'm getting error, permission denied. So I just have to put sudo in front of it, and that's it. So I just pasted my new index.html in my Ubuntu machine. So I'm just closing this Firefox. I'm just moving to my Kali Linux, and I'm just closing this Python server, and in here I'm just closing this tab, and as you can see, so where is our nmap scan? So yeah, this is our nmap scan. So here we can see this is our target IP. So here this is our target IP. Let me press refresh, and boom, you can see you are hacked. So this is basically an HTML code that you can do from PentestGPT or AI. Like those contents will get in PentaCPT or HackerGPT AIs. So if you want to get contents like hacker, hacked, or something like that, then you have to use PentaCPT, while the GPT like ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot will block those contents, and you don't get, so they don't code like this. It's basically an HTML code. So yeah, this is about, you can see, we just turned on port 80 and we just visited port 80. We just changed the port 80's file and we just get this index.html. So we can also create a directory. So here I am entering sudo mkdir and the directory name is something like cyber. So when I enter ls, I can see a directory called cyber. Let's move inside cyber, and inside that you can create a file called touch, and you can create imp.txt, something like that, and it's permission in it. You have to put sudo, and that's it. Then you can add contents inside that, cyber colon 1 2 3 4 5, and you can just put this content into imp.txt. Yeah, you always have to put sudo. As you can see, it's denying the permission. So when I enter cat imp.txt, it's nothing. So it's basically denying the permission. We are unable to add anything in that imp.txt. So let me become root user, and let me enter this command like sudo echo, or I just don't want to enter sudo because I'm already a root. So echo, and I'm just entering cyber 1 2 3 4 5 imp.txt, and that's done. We were able to add it. We can just get it imp.txt, and yeah, I just added this content in cyber. So what basically happened here is, when you move to Kali Linux and you know that port 80 is open, and when you visited port 80, this is the content that you will see. So in terms of pen testing, they usually copy this URL, and the pen tester just use tools like Gib or Gibbuster or Gobuster or some other tool to find the hidden directories, right? So it is taking time. Here we know that we created a directory called cyber, so we can just slash cyber to move to our directory that we created, and inside that we just create a imp.txt. Inside that the country is cyber 12345. This is what we created, right? You can include anything. So here I just entered like this. So this is about the HTTP port 80. So let us open other ports like, so you cannot find that, you just have to use any other word list. So anyways, let's open other port. Like when I scan using nmap, you can see there is only port 80 open. Just go to Ubuntu again, and you just open a new terminal in Ubuntu. After that, I just want to open the port 21 FTP. For that, I'm entering sudo apt install vsftpd. Sudo apt install vsftpd is the command that you need to enter. We are going to open this 21 FTP. For that, we just enter this command. And the second command is sudo systemctl and enable vsftpd. After entering sudo systemctl enable vsftpd, you have to enter sudo systemctl start vsftpd. Yeah, it's done. You can just verify the status like sudo status status sudo systemctl status vsftpd, and you can see it's running. It's enabled. If you face any errors, then you have to use the command that I mentioned in the beginning, like sudo ufw allow ftp. So here I don't face any error. It's enabled and it's running. It's active. It's cool. So I just want to move to the Kali Linux and just entering nmap command again, and you can see you're able to see the FTP, which is port 21. It's open, right? We were able to open. So So not only opening that port 21, we just want the users to log into FTP anonymously, right? So we can enable the anonymous login. For that, we can move to the directory. You can enter the command sudo nano etc/etc slash vsftpd.conf, which is the configuration file of vsftpd. After that, you can see a lot of options here. Here in the anonymous enable, you just have to change the no to yes. We are creating a vulnerable machine. We can just turn on this anonymous login in FTP. You can see local enable is already yes, and you can see those other things are there. But I'm not gonna touch any other thing. I'm just pressing Control X for exit and Y for saving this and pressing enter. That's it. So now we were able to log in anonymously. So you can just verify that by going to Kali Linux and opening a terminal for that. Before that, I'm just copying the target IP and I'm entering FTP and IP, and it is asking for name. Yeah, we just turned on anonymous login, anonymous, and the password is also anonymous. And boom, we just filed in login. So there is an error. So if you face errors like what I'm facing here, then what should you do? So you just need to go back to Ubuntu and you just need to open this configuration file again, and you just need to verify this anonymous enable, and after that we just verified it, right? So I think we just changed the configuration file. That's it, right? So we just need to restart the FTPD, VSFTPD, so that we can enter the command sudo systemctl restart VSFTPD. We just want to restart the service, right? So that the configuration file will take effect. So you have to enter this command sudo systemctl restart VSFTPD. After you can move back to the Kali Linux and we can just stop this previous FTP and you can just start FTP again and you can enter the name anonymous. Oh my god. And the password as anonymous. Oh, I think I just, yeah. We are now successfully logged in. What we forgot is to restart the VSFTPD. So make sure don't skip the video. So that's what I am telling always, don't skip this video. When you enter ls, you can see there is nothing in the file, in the directory. So we just need to add something in this directory. So for that, we can just open the Ubuntu again and we just need to move to a directory called cd slash serving FTP. So this is the directory of FTP. Say this, we could not find any file. So we just need to create a file. For that, I'm just creating patch and rabbit.txt. So permission denied. We know we need to become root. Oh my god. So, oh my god, the tab is stuck. It's not working, bro. Let me exit. Yeah. Anyways, let's become root and done. We are root. Then we can do whatever we want. We can enter the command patch and rabbit.txt, and you can just use the open command. I don't know open command is there in this Ubuntu, but that was in Linux. And here I don't think it has open command. So let me close this, and you can just use the command echo, and you can just add something. So here, so first let me clear the terminal, and yeah, echo. You can just add something for like I'm just wondering. Um, this is a rabbit hole. Something like that, and you can just put this into rabbit.txt, And when you catch rabbit.txt, you can see this is a rabbit already. Okay, so I'm just moving to my Linux, which is Kali Linux. So I'm just stopping this FTP and I'm just starting FTP again, and I'm just logging in as anonymous, and the password is also anonymous. And when I enter ls, I can see the file that we added in Ubuntu, which is rabbit.txt. So in this FTP, you can use the command like less to view rabbit.txt, and you can see the content. This is a rabbit hole. So it's cool, right? You just opened FTP, you just turn on anonymous login in FTP. I just added a file inside FTP, and you already know how to create, how to make port 80 open, and how to make any other directory, and how to add a file inside this particular directory. Yeah, that's cool. So the next thing that we are going to do in this video is to make another port open, which is SSH. So if you want to make this SSH port open, so here I'm just moving to the cd, the root directory. So, and here I just need to enter the command like sudo apt install open SSH -server. So this is the command that you need to enter to open, make the port 22 open, which is SSH. Sudo apt install open SSH -server, and you just need to install this, and it's so fast. So it's done. So the next command that you need to enter is sudo systemctl start SSH. And it is saying that sudo systemctl. Oh yeah, we just there's a spelling mistake, so make sure you have to look the spelling also. After sudo systemctl start SSH, you can see it's done. And I think you don't want to use sudo because you are already root here. So yeah, you can just skip sudo and then there's like comments like systemctl and enable SSH, and it's done. You can just enter command like systemctl status SSH, and as you can see, it's enabled, and it's, yeah, it's cool. So yeah, I think we just enabled this. The next command that we forward in FTP is called system, like system systemctl restart command, restart SSH. We just have to restart this SSH server. Okay. So yeah, then we can just move to our Kali Linux, and we can just move to the terminal, and we can just move to this nmap. Yeah, let me close all of our previously entered one. And let us, oh my god, let us enter the nmap and IP address. And boom, we can see we turned the SSH open. So yeah, we just made it. So we first open HTTP, we second open FTP, now we were able to open SSH. It's cool, right? So to make this as a vulnerable mission or a CTF flag, the main aim is to find text, root text or something like that, right? So let us make this as vulnerable mission. Like you can just make this Ubuntu mission as a CTF. For that, I'm just moving to this root directory, and inside this, I'm just closing this terminal, just closing all the terminal, and I'm just opening the terminal here, like in the desktop. In the desktop, I am adding. I just want to create a file called user.txt, and we are able to create the user.txt when you enter ls. You can see user.txt. So we can just add contents to the file like echo, and what do you need to insert in user.txt. As you can see, there is a user.txt which is here. So you can also just double click instead of entering in the terminal, you can just enter in GUI. So we can just enter, well done. Move to root. Something like that, right? You can just save this file. So we just need to move to the root directory. So I'm entering command sudo su and entering the password, and Now I'm just moving to root directory. Inside the root directory, I can see snap, and let me create a file here by entering patch root.txt, and I'm entering echo and adding contains congrats daily. And can just insert this into root.txt and done. So we just made two flags. That's it, right? So now we can see we just make this Ubuntu mission as vulnerable mission. I'm just closing all the terminals and then just opening my Kali Linux, and I'm just starting attacking to this particular mission that we created. So we know that I'm just closing all the tabs, and let us start from the beginning. First step is to open a terminal and find the IP address of the target mission, which we will do by entering sudo arp-scan -l and finding the IP address of the target mission. We just find it and we just perform like basic nmap scan or service version related scan. So this is the basic command that we enter. So to find those contents, so yeah, we just get some information version related and the ports open. So we just need the second step is you can see FTP is open. So what you'll do, like you will just copy the IP address and let me open the new terminal and just do FTP and anonymous, and I just want to enter the password as anonymous, and user thinks there is something in the FTP directory and he find a rabbit.txt. This is a rabbit hole. So user just keep this part and user just move to the HTTP. So yeah, by entering the IP address in the browser, he just find your. Oh my god, did I hack my computer? So he will think like that. So anyways, the next step is to open the terminal and you can use any of the word list. Here I'm using Gobuster scan. So I can enter Gobuster dir for the directory minus u for the URL. Oh my god. Yeah. And minus w for the word list, user, share, word list. So we have beer custom. Inside that I'm just using this word list. I don't know does our directory is in this particular word. So anyways, it's in this particular word list. We just found this directory which is cyber. So basically the user visits to this directory. This is basically a simple CTF, okay? And inside that he found imp.txt. He just opened and he just think cyber 1234. So he just think this and he just moved to the terminal and he know that SSH is open. So what he will do, SSH cyber at the IP address that he will enter. And he will enter the password as 12345. And the thing is he can't go in. So I am not making a CTF so easier than what you think. So it's easy, but it's not like what you think, right? So this password is wrong, then the user will do, I don't know what he will. So basically, the user may know the username of this particular machine is cyber. So he just use something like Hydra. So Hydra and minus L and the username cyber and minus P, I think, for specifying the password. Yeah, user share wordly rock.txt, and here I just need to enter ssh colon slash slash and I, and boom, hydra scanning is started and we got the password. This is simple, right? This is a simple, not a complex password. So we just found how you can get into ssh, and the user will enter SSH username at IP and enter the password that he got using Hydra scan. And he is in. Then he enter ls. He doesn't find. Where is the user flag? He's thinking. So he will go to directories like he just found this desktop directory. So he can use locate command like locate. I don't know if it work or not. User.txt. So it's not working, I think. So he may use like find slash minus name user.txt, and we can make to greater slash device slash none. Basically, the user will try to find the user flag and try to become root. So maybe some comments will work super, or else it will not work. So it is taking a lot of time. So I'm not wasting your valuable time. So I'm just ending this. We know the flag is in the desktop. So maybe he will move to, some users will move to the desktop directory and ls, and he got the user.txt. Yeah, cat user.txt. Boom, well done, move to root. So he will try comments like sudo -l, and you just have to enter the password, which is password. And as you can see, he just found that all user can become root here. So it's so cool to become root. You just enter sudo su, and he is now root. So we can move to the root directory, and he will find the root file, which is root.txt. Boom. Congrats, you did it. So this is basically a CTF based content, right? So this is not the end of the video. So just created a vulnerable machine like this. It's cool, it's amazing. You just feel confident, motivated, you can do anything, you can just create vulnerable machines like this, right? So it's cool, it's amazing. So the next thing is to make this vulnerable mission or send this vulnerable mission to someone else. So you just created a vulnerable mission in the virtual box. This is the mission. So yeah, now I'm just powering it off, and this next step is to transfer this mission to your friends or someone, right? For that you can just right click here, and you do have an option called clone. So you can just and you can just change the name as um, begin ctf, something like that. I'm entering as begin ctf, and I'm just saving this to the D directory, and full clone, the clone type you can see full clone link clone current mission state snapshot current mission state. So yeah, I'm just fully clone this mission, and the snapshot is current mission state. I'm just not giving everything as snapshot. I'm just giving the snapshot as current mission state, and yeah, I'm just clicking finish. As you can see, it's copying machine. So it will take little time. As you can see, it's cool. I'm not skipping any part of this video. Don't worry. You have to wait. So I hope you liked this video. You enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video and make my channel grow, guys. So this is good. So yeah, it seems to complete. Yeah, it's completed. As you can see, begin CTF is now here. So we can just move to the D directory, and you can see this is our begin CTF. It's 8.89 GB. Oh my god. So yeah, it's cool. You can just copy and save it to wherever you want. So I'm just copying this and move to my F directory and just pasting this in my F directory. Now let me let me delete this begin CTF here from here. Yeah, suppose you send this file to your friends or someone. So he will just do like he will just double click this blue button, and he may just go to set the network adapter, and he will click start, right? So let us see what will happen when he will start. Is everything working properly? Is everything good? Yeah, this is also an important part in this video. Okay, yeah, it's starting begin CTF. So yeah, so I think the IP may be different. So boom, guys, it's working. So I just restarted it. I just closed it. If you face any error like that, the user usually just click close and just click here and just click power off the machine. Yeah, so that's what I. So you can just do like that, and it's done, guys. It's working. So the begin CTF, my efforts are loading. So yeah, you can just move. Yeah, it's in the full screen also, so it's cool. Like a lot of CTF, when you get some kind of CTF, it will not in the full screen window. It will like in the small screen window. You can make it something different by putting it in the full screen. So I'm not entering any kind of password because this is a CTF. We don't know the password. So I'm just opening my Kali Linux and entering the command sudo apt scan myself and in the password, and I got the IP address. Yeah, IP is different. So I'm just using the basic nmap scan and boom, it's working. Everything was open. We can just log into FTP and try if it is working properly. Oh my god. FTP and the IP and the username which is anonymous and the password which is also anonymous, and then in the ls you can see rabbit.txt, left rabbit.txt. Boom, we just made our first vulnerable mission, and it's so cool. We just learned how to create a vulnerable mission, and we just learned how you can extract that vulnerable mission and send it to someone else, and we just did it, guys. So I'm happy to say that you have to subscribe to my channel and you have to share this video, and it's cool, bro. So yeah, I hope you loved this video. Thank you for watching. Hit me the like button. Thank you so much. See you.